What does it take to go cruising for a season? Sometimes it can be a lot. Other times, it's as simple as going grocery shopping, testing the rig, putting back on your sails, and if you're lucky, you get to spend some time with friends over Thanksgiving while you wait for the perfect weather window. So I don't know about you, but I love going up the mast.
That tiny speck is Cat at the top of the mast, taking selfies.
I don't know, I'm up at least 100 feet. I can see the tops of other masts on boats that were larger than Paradox, so up here pretty high. Woohoo! It's beautiful up here.
Will hates it. He hates heights. It makes his palms sweaty just thinking about going up there, but not me. This might not surprise you if you followed along, because I'm always the one who's jumping off cliffs and doing silly things with heights. So while Will is fretting down below, making sure that the knots are tight, that nothing is gonna come apart with the bosun chair, and he can barely watch me because he's so nervous that something's gonna happen, I'm at the top of the mast taking selfies, doing spins. I'd even do flips. This year was no exception.
Sent Cat up the mast to reinstall the new wind transducer. The previous one had developed a bit of a fault anytime it rained, so we got a new one under warranty. We'll install that now, and then once she's done with that and we have her back on deck level, we'll put up the Genoa.
All right, time to go up the mast. First time of the season, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing St. Augustine from above.
Getting up the mast on Paradox 2 is actually very easy. We rigged 2 halyards to the bosun's chair, one as the primary and the other as a backup. Both go around the electric winches, and then it's just as simple as pushing a button. Once up the mast, it does get a little complicated as I fix whatever needs fixing, without the benefit of having Will's eyes on it. But we get by fairly well just by yelling back and forth.
So it's secure, it's just not threaded 100%. You think it's okay?
After reinstalling the wind instrument, I checked the rig to make sure all of the fittings were nice and tight, and that there weren't any barbs.
All right, up the mast, down the mast, no problem. And now it's time to finish putting up our sails. It's Genoa time. Does this count as the first sail of the season? I think so. Sails up! Woo!
Getting ready to leave for a season wasn't quite as simple as just a rig check and a reinstalled head sail. There was, as always, a long punch list to get through. We went shopping. A lot.
Only gets easier as the spool gets thicker.
We stocked every crevice of the boat. So Maddie is drinking a lot of milk these days, and obviously we can't keep fresh milk on the boat for that long, so we have stocked up on ultra high temperature cartoned milk to make sure that she's got what she needs. The fridge is stocked with frozen veg. I'm trying to keep her healthy. She'll be fine. Plenty of kids live in the Bahamas and are just fine. But anyway, this is our trick to what she's gonna drink for her morning and evening milk.
So I loaded a season's worth of beer into our bilge, and in the process of doing that, one sprung a leak. I don't know why, but it did. And as I'm putting the rest of these in there, I'm thinking, you know, there's like hose clamps down there. There's things that the sidewalls of these cans could puncture into. So in the last hour, I've decided I'm going to pull all 150 cans or whatever back out and lay down some foam that came in some packaging to create a nice protected area for them to live in.
We fixed thing after thing after thing.
All right, we got to replace the manual bilge pump here on the cockpit floor because the old rubber boot was falling apart and letting water drip down into the engine room.
And we waited for a weather window. So this fog is crazy. We're at a terrible holding, but at least it's calm. So we're just gonna wait for it to burn off and then try to re-anchor. Yes, we do. Of course you can.
Well, I mean, this is just practical. Avoids getting hair all over the boat. Beats having to try to wash it all up out of the sink, the floor, and everywhere else.
We even got to get off the boat and spend Thanksgiving with our friends in the villages in Central Florida.
Woo! Golf cart time! Let's go! All right, so for Thanksgiving, we got invited to go to the villages.
The nation's premier 55 and up community.
And now, after an amazing time with our friends, we are gonna go check out the square. It promises to be some live music. It's gonna be so fun. It's so nice to get off the boat and have this great treat. So let's do it. We did not bring Maddie's shoes. We did not bring Maddie's shoes. This is a problem.
It's not really a problem. She doesn't want to wear shoes anyway.
Before we knew it, the boat was ready. The weather was cooperating, and it was time to stage the boat to go south. We're gonna leave today. It looks like it's gonna be a beautiful, calm, very low wind day. Should make for a really nice and easy and stress-free first passage. Hopefully we make it as far as West Palm Beach. We'll see. In our next episode, we finally go sailing for the first time this season. Come along with us as we leisurely travel down the coast of Florida and remind ourselves what this lifestyle is all about.